There was a dirty kitten in the green belt on the side of the road. The kitten was wet all over and kept crying. I hurried over to check. Its eyes must be inflamed. There was a lot of dirty secretions around the eyes. Seeing pedestrians walking on the path, the little guy hurried to follow them, as if he wanted to follow the pedestrians home. It walked along the road, leaving behind a trail of wet footprints. I don't know if it was because it rained last night, but it was all wet. It walked too close to the river, and I was afraid it would fall into the river, so I carried it back and put it in the green belt. The pedestrians nearby stopped when they saw this poor little thing. They said they hadn't seen the kitten here yesterday. There is a small river on the left side of the green belt, and a busy road on the right side, which is very dangerous. If the kitten accidentally walks onto the road or falls into the river, it can easily lose its life. The weather is getting colder. The little guy curled up. The old man walking his dog nearby also stopped for the poor kitten. He said the kitten looked no older than 2 months old. I don't know how long the kitten had been out browsing, and it was so dirty. The weather was still warm a few days ago, so it could still survive. The weather has cooled down. If no one saves it, it may not survive tomorrow. The old man left in a hurry. I watched him leave and saw that there were no more pedestrians around. I realized that I had to save this little life. Then, I picked it up. Put it in a small cardboard box and took it to the veterinary hospital. After listening to my introduction, the doctor at the veterinary hospital began to examine him. The doctor said that both of its eyes had conjunctivitis, and it seemed that its body temperature was relatively low. Then he took its temperature with a thermometer, and its current temperature was 34.5 degrees Celsius. The temperature was relatively low, and it was obviously hypothermic. If I had saved it a few hours later, it might have frozen to death. I held it in my hands, feeling a little scared. The veterinarian quickly put a few more layers of urine pads on it to keep it warm. It stayed in the cardboard box obediently. I simply cleaned the stains around its eyes with wet wipes. It cooperated very well. Fortunately, the test results did not find any serious diseases that would directly endanger the kitten's life. This made me feel relieved. But the doctor said we should not let our guard down. From the kitten's current performance. Its nasal cavity and throat should have obvious inflammation symptoms. It will take at least 3 to 5 days of injection treatment. After the injection, I took it home. After returning home, I prepared a warm nest for it according to the doctor's advice. Use wet wipes to carefully clean the dirt around its eyes. Then use the eye drops prescribed by the doctor to drop the kitten's eyes. I fed him the nutritious food recommended by the doctor. I wanted him to recover his body temperature as soon as possible. I got up at 2 a.m. to check on him again. I felt that he was still a little cold, so I put him on the heater with the temperature adjusted. I took him to the veterinary hospital early the next day. After the doctor examined it, he found that its reaction speed had become much faster and its temperature had also risen. After the injection, I put it in the cage. It began to look out from the cage. After returning home, I continued to put eye drops in his eyes. I fed him high-energy nutritious food, hoping that he would get better soon. The first thing I did when I got home from get off work was to check on his condition. I felt relieved when I saw him sitting and looking up at me. And he defecated smoothly today. The excrement looked normal. He is getting better and better. Come and pat his head. I will turn on the heater for him whenever I am at home. When he saw me approaching, he stopped drinking water and looked up at me. Feeling the heat of the heater, he shouldn't be cold anymore. He has fallen in love with the energy food and keeps licking it with his tongue. I squeezed all the energy food into a small cup, and he ate so much that his whole face was pressed into the cup. I picked up the cup and fed it so that it didn't have to lower its head so low. Then, I poured it a small bowl of water. Wait until he is full and satisfied. I continued to clean the dirt around its eyes and put in eye drops. Finally, I put it back in its warm nest. Today, I brought him here for the injection on time. He has already started playing in the cage. After the doctor examined him, he determined that his symptoms had been much lighter. After 2 more injections, he should be able to recover. When the doctor gave him the injection, his expression was obviously relaxed. Perhaps he also knew that he only needed 1 more injection. It seemed particularly excited after returning home. On the last day of treatment, when I came to the veterinary hospital, the doctor examined it very carefully. After the examination, it started playing with my hands on the examination table. Seeing it become more and more lively and naughty. Seeing its eyes slowly regain their brilliance. I felt unprecedented satisfaction. The doctor who gave him the injection today was a female doctor. It has become accustomed to the doctor's treatment and turned its head to cooperate with the female doctor in the injection. After the injection, he could not wait to get back to his cage. Then he made a noise as if he wanted to go home quickly. After the last injection, I can give him a bath. The stains all over his body changed the color of the bath water. After the bath, I wrapped him up in a towel and made him into a long strip. Blow dry him and comb his hair. It took a lot of effort to finish all these. Finally, I put him back to his warm nest. He now has a big appetite and eats cat food very happily. After eating, he started playing with me and exploring the surroundings. It's great to see you so happy.